What's up, you guys? My name is Dark Rainic, and today I'm actually going to be updating a video that I made a while ago. The video that I was upgrading, as you can see, I'm on my Paladin, is my Kunark Ascending, an Everquest 2, and the Paladin guide. However, throughout playing the Paladin more and more recently, and a lot of updates have come out, such as like Proving Grounds and such, and the new Goblin Bone Earring, I decided that I would make an update in order to, keep working on the build, update it, see if it'll help you in any way. But keep in mind, I do have some raid gear, so this is good. This is a decent build for grouping and raiding. Just I have different builds later for improving DPS. However, the Paladin class is not really known for its DPS. They're mainly, they're useful for their wards, their heals, and the fact that they're a tank, and they hold a decent amount of aggro as well. So without further ado, let me just get right into the video, right into the build. All right. First things first, I've pretty much replaced a lot of the pieces that you have seen. For example, I think last time I had the Forge Keepers Pauldrons, but now I have the Raid ones. A lot of these pieces are really good. However, I am sticking by my what I said last video, which was stick with all mitigation increase. Because of the fact that we are paladins, we naturally get a decent amount of block. So I've just been I put on like a few block pieces, like got a tank earring. I have a decent block chance, expert sulking gemmed band, 22 block chance, pretty good. Also, I got a new block chance necklace just to get that uncontested block chance up to above 60. And my mitigation's still at 25,000, so that's really good. And another thing, since the last time I updated this, the familiars have also come out. I believe the Cobalt Construct would be the best option for tanks. Unfortunately, I do not have that yet. I plan on getting more familiar cage in order to fix that, but it heals you whenever you have a chance to hit with a melee weapon. It's a 10% chance, right up there, 10.54. So yeah. And also recently, I ended up getting a Paul of Fire Crown, which is better than Amenemphis Living Spirit by a lot. At this current point in the game, I don't think anyone has actually discovered a different mount that would be better than Apollo Fire Crown. I believe it is best in slot mount still. But yeah, I've got the Ascended Mist Tauntlets. I've got my Proven Plate Greaves of Absorbing and Proven Plate Gauntlets of Absorbing as well. These are the two Proving Grounds quests that I was talking about. Right outside of Freeport, you're able to, you're able to go in, do your unranked Proving Grounds, which is a lot less of a pain than the actual group, and you keep running those until you get enough coins in order to equip your pieces. Like this. This Proven Signet of Reflection. Usually I would recommend having a mitigation and block chance ring, but this is the exception because it's level 4 adornment, gives you 200% max health, and 400 potency, and 400,000 ability modifier, not to mention the added 2% to your ability double cast. So honestly, that is a very good rune, and you don't even have to replace any other things that you had, like your Resist Adornment or your Green Adornment, the Spirit Stone of Ekalish, which most people are using because of the fervor. Also, if you were here for the event, we have the Master Control Core from the Tinkerfest. Again, that is a really good necklace. If you actually manage to get it, you should be wearing it. However, you can't get it anymore. It was a limited Tinkerfest thing. I've still got my Relic Chestplate. I used a lot of my Platinum to fuse the crap out of that. But another thing that's different is I have my Tome of the Ascended. Don't really tank stats on it, but 20 resolve, 10 fervor, a decent amount of health as well, and the fact that it gives you more than 2,500 potency, 2,621.6 uninfused to be exact, makes that makes the Tome of the Ascended very good, very, very good charm, but what really makes this good is the, when equipped, reduces the recast time of all Ascension abilities by 20%, and, just so you know, the way that you get your Tome of the Ascended is if you do all 4 of the Ascension lines and you get them all to 10. For example, that's an earring that you get when you get your Geomancer to level 10. Still very good. Whichever Ascension you choose to be using, I choose Geomancer. It's pretty good for tanks. You should be using that, and I would recommend a tank earring, because that would honestly be a good choice, because you want some survivability, and that's really what these pieces are for, and the Ascension Earring is meant to help you use these. It's very, very efficient. I love it. As you can see, I'm still wearing the 2.0 waist. However, soon, on September 1st, there should be a update that will allow us to get a belt with 2,000 potency and 15 fervor. I've given this update quite a bit of a lot of thought. I've been going through, just looking at stuff, and I have decided that Paragon, the large damage strike to Granite Protector, if you're running Geomancer, Aethermancer, or Theragamist, the Girdle of Captain Luther Taros is honestly not worth it, because, I mean, it is worth it, and that belt is a relic, trust me, I know, but I can always just get rid of this Legate's Blackened Plate chestplate for a different chest that I have in my inventory, the Expert's Goblin King's Hammered Breastplate. It gives me more max health, I just lose crit bonus and potency, which, as you can see, I still am having a little bit of trouble maxing out. That's... I'm sorry. Still got my 2.0. Another thing that has been different is that they added this, the Rune of the Celestial. I remember last time that I kind of overhyped the Ethereal Rune. I believe it was called Ethereal Protection. It goes on your sword, the 100 Fervor boost. This one, honestly, it's up to you. I use Rune of the Celestial because it lasts for a little bit longer, it doesn't come up as often, and it doesn't proc as often, but it does last a bit longer, and it leaves a slot for my Purple Adornment, which I am using Bolstered Endurance in order to keep my health above 25 million. So, again, it's honestly up to you. If you have the Ethereal Protection and you want to use it, then by all means go ahead. But honestly, the Rune of the Celestial is a very good option for you. And that you get that after your 2.0. It's the quest right outside of Vadenmore. Now, with the gear out of the way, just got a, just to sum it up, I've pretty much got decent potency pieces. I've got my Expert Smothering Bracelet, mitigation increase, and potency. This one's a 20 resolve with a ton of defenses, ability modifier, and 750 potency. The Expert version of that is absolutely phenomenal. Then we got my Expert's Sulking Gemmed Band. I had a little bit of trouble debating between this and my Expert's Lost in the Fog, but I ended up choosing my Expert's Sulking Gemmed Band because it's got better defense, better deflection, better parry, better resists, better mitigation, and better block chance. I did lose potency, but when it comes to tanking, you want to be able to stay alive as well. And as long as you're playing your class right, and you're taunting, and you've got a mends on the right person, and you've got at least 30,000 potency, which should go up there to 30,000 when I'm in combat, you should be fine. And pretty much another thing I want to discuss is the Proving Grounds pieces about the adornments. I seriously recommend maxing all of those out. Now, you see the legs right there? Those are only a level 2. I plan on getting those level 4. Later today, I'm going to be getting them to rank 3, and probably next week I'm going to polish them off and get to rank 4. See, it gives you 100 potency. Honestly, the only reason that the Greaves are even worth wearing is because that 100 potency goes up to 400 when you have it tier 4. The Witness goes on the gloves, and it grants you 10 fervor and 400 potency. The potency is honestly why you wear these. The actual stats, like the base potency and the base crit bonus and the base max health, total crap. It's good. The stats themselves, if you compare... crap, wrong link. If you compare them to the Good-Hardened Greaves, the tier 2 armor from Crypt of Dalnir, you'll notice that their stats are pretty much the same, except this one grants you 20 resolve. But what makes it better is just because of that, honestly. If you want to wear these, most tanks do, but the other option that you'd have is the Clyde's Masterful Greaves. You should look that up in you can look that up in another website. It's block chance, or you could do the tier 3 mob in not expert. I mean, expert definitely would be helpful, but another option is the 19 resolve pants that you get from Nekashir from Ashirian Court, Lost City of Tauros times 4. Now that gear's pretty much covered, trying to make sure I get everything, I will swap to AAs. Now, AAs, I made a lot of changes. For example, there was this one commenter that suggested I should be using Zealous Defender, and he was absolutely right. The stamina boost from that is very good, and I decided to go left instead of dual. If you go dual, you will have your crit bonus maxed out, but I decided to go this route mainly because of the fact that it supplies you with better bulk. Like right here, the max health, and you got your faith here. Now you can cast it instantly, and improves the duration, and reflects extra damage. And you've got your stone wall, which is pretty good. Then you've got these, which they augment your other heals and such. So that's again very nice to have. All right, and let's start over here. Got Hammer Ground, got 2 points in each of these. The attacks themselves don't really matter. Trample's pretty good. High Ground is also pretty good, but you also have Lance that slows the target and dispels 5% chance to dispel. Also a decent hitter. Then you've got these. Honestly, these aren't really nothing to write home about, but the Divine Aura itself is a very good skill to have for both raiding and pretty much grouping or whatever you're doing. It's a very nice skill. Then you've got Legionnaire Smite. You don't have to upgrade this all the way. Improves damage of spells by 12% of your strength. That's pretty good. So then you've got Legionnaire's Mercy. Improves healing received and increases your mitigation of caster versus elemental, noxious, and arcane, which are your base resists. Then you get a little bit of a heal or a ward. Sorry. 8 here, 8 here. This enhances Divine Aura. This actually is a buff. Whenever you hit something, it has a chance to keep increasing your threat. This is just ability recovery speed. I just want a little bit of that so I wouldn't have to completely waste my time reforging things. And then, of course, you'd have 2 points spent into Crusader's Faith in order. So, Crusader's Faith, very good attack, as I'm pretty sure I have said before. Whenever you hit something, you get a heal. Like, if you're surrounded by, like, 100 mobs or something, and you use that, and then you, like, pair it up with Consecrate or something, you're going to be getting a lot of health back. It's a very nice skill. Then, all these, literally all of these, except for Raid Armament, sorry again, they are all just augments of the original ability. This is a cure spell. This is 24% block. Like I said, we do get Paladins get pretty good block naturally. We've also got our Smite Evil, pretty good attack. This is very useful. Considering during the last patch they nerfed a lot of the Paladin's heals, including our death event. They cut it in half. Resisting that stifle, so you can heal back up to 100%, use Faith, and then have immune, and then keep hitting him. A very nice strategy to have there. Improves the ward amount, very good. Threat amount. Now see, Heretic's Destruction usually is a bad skill, but recently I have acquired my Past Judgment, which is my 2.0 skill, and I got it to Ancient, which improved the stats a ton. Improves the amount of potency, increase fervor overcap, and increase the amount of crit bonus granted. Crit bonus doesn't really matter. However, it does in my case because I don't have it capped yet because I'm still attaining the raid pieces that have higher crit bonus than most. But it's a pretty good skill. It lasts for a little bit. Improves damage of your raid, not just you. Shadows, I don't really think I changed much here. except maybe I got rid of the stifle effects, like the 2.3% chance resist stifles. I've been doing a lot. I mean, I even got rid of an adornment called Astral Dominion, which 50% chance to reduce all of those. Not once has it actually worked for me. It says a 50% chance, but I keep getting feared and expert Shrouded Temple constantly. So the Astral Dominion, I unfortunately would not recommend using. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. I could be wrong, but just see this here. Improves Deity Pet, improves your max health, reduces damage, defensive skills, damage taunt, pretty good to use. It's pretty much like a, it's like a miniature rescue, I'd say. Also does a decent amount of damage. Then we've also got Aura of the Crusader, makes your mace character immune to these effects as long as it cures one of those, which is, it's cool. Like, if you have, like, one of each on you and you use that, then you're going to be immune to those types of effects for nearly 2 minutes, which is really good. Wait. Guess Aura of the Crusader for each success. No, never mind, sorry. Yeah, that was my bad. I read that wrong. Stonewall, like I was showing you earlier. Faithful Cry. Faithful Cry is a long-distance skill that increases your threat and heals you a little bit and does a decent amount of damage. Honestly, that's it's a decent pull spell when your ascensions are down and you don't want to use erosion. Heroic, everything's pretty much the same, except I decided to run Soul Claim. Whenever you get a kill, you pretty much get 6% of your power back, which for the group is very, very nice, just in case you don't have an actual enchanter, like an illusionist or a coercer. This is pretty much the same, except I do not have Ancient Focus anymore. I redirected some points into Forward Stance and Ancient Advance. Adds damage to your primary taunts. See right above there, increases your max health because of that. And then we've got the decreases combat mitigation and the we got the crushing damage. I'm not sure what damage it actually is because again my Ascension is Geomancer, so it converts almost all of my abilities to crushing. Now I kind of already went over Prestige. I went in a little bit too much detail with that, so I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go down to Paladin. Guarded Awareness, unfortunately not worth having. Advanced Vigor, absolutely. I think almost every single character on the friggin' server, or in all of Norath, is using Advanced Vigor in order to keep their health up in certain fights. You want Imbued Sight and Undeniable Power. Undeniable Power for potency purposes, of course. Potency is always great to have. And then we've got Imbued Sight, which will make your crit bonus hunt a little more easy. At least in my opinion, even though in Deity I have got like 18 put in there, and then 30 put up in there for the new weekly merchant. His name's Yunzi. He's in the Sundered Frontier near the Spire Island. So, and then I don't even bother with Diamond Flesh anymore. It's honestly not that good a skill. Vital Trigger, it improves your hate, improves your health by a really good amount, and inflicts a lot of melee damage. It is a very, 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 very good skill. So, that's it's pretty much the update, and it's mainly AAs, honestly. My gear hasn't changed all that much, I mean, other than the new appearance, which, believe me, it took a little long to get, so... But that has absolutely nothing to do with the build, so just keep your mitigation up, keep your health up, keep your block above 60, and pretty much all you gotta do. Again, the belt is up for debate. If you want to keep that, or if you want to get the ethereal one, completely up to you. Remember to get that fervor, ability modifier, potency, crit bonus up, etc., etc., etc. Sorry. Again, that's pretty much the build. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the the comment section down below, or if you have any advice, or if you disagreed with something I said in the video, please be sure to let me know. Thank you all for viewing. I hope this video will help you out in some shape or form in building your Paladin in Everquest 2, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Dark Ranic, out.